nowhere. You would not stay in America. You would not have citizenship. They'd strip that shit from you and get you the fuck out of here. All that goofy shit y'all claiming is insane. You were given citizenship here. You had to fight for it. You think if they repealed that shit, you would qualify?
But at the end of the day, Black Americans are not immigrants.
Birthright citizenship exists because of me. African Americans, descendants of former slaves.
Y'all stupid. You're not equal to these white people. This is a white country. This is a white country. White rules, white power structure. You are still a guest in a house they made us build. And y'all are doing the same anti-black shit that they do, telling me because my mother's white, I can't call myself black because my father's black. Y'all sound like them. You sound stupid. You sound like one of their fucking...
You know, it's the excitement for me. It's the excitement that gets me every time. Every time somebody posts a video like this addressing Black Americans, talking about how we're going to be deported, we're going to lose our citizenship, ICE is racist, they're just deporting all Black people, including Black Americans, you guys are not safe, you guys are up next. Every time it's like they have this this psychopathic deer in the headlights look, like they're just like some kind of sick, twisted images are going through their heads of Black Americans just being rounded up and shipped off and deported, and they're just like getting so excited about that. It's fucking weird. And this dude claims to be biracial. He claims that he has a black American father and a white mom. I don't believe that for one second. I believe that this guy is an immigrant, and I believe that he's feeling some type of way. I don't believe that he's any part biracial, mixed, none of that stuff. Look, y'all, Trump is not the most racist president we've ever had. I'm pretty sure almost 100%, if not 100%, of all the U.S. presidents that we've ever had are all racist and all hate Black people. So if they could have got rid of us, they would have got rid of us a long time ago. They would not have waited until 2026 to start switching up shit.
Yes News is reporting that ICE is apparently about to start targeting Haitian migrants in Ohio. So that means Black people are about to start getting arrested.
Here we go.
And disappeared by ICE. I guarantee it. They're not going to be able to tell the difference between an American citizen
I knew
and a
this was gonna
Haitian
start.
migrant that has, came over because of TPS. Because they not only don't care, but they're also racist. A bunch of these people
It was just
are
a matter of time.
racist, and they're being sent out to go wrangle up a group of Black people in Ohio. That is not a good recipe, and they are going to target Black people across the board. Like me, I'm a, stereotypical Haitian, right? I have a stereotypical Haitian face.
I could tell.
Most people cannot tell, you Haitian or you this, you that. No one can tell at all. No one has been able to tell my entire life. Only other Haitians can tell.
I could tell.
Swear to God, right? A Black American might guess, are you from Nigeria? Are you from this, that, and the third? They'll say all of those things.
Either way, an immigrant.
Same with a white person, same with, anyone else. So, just know, Black people are going to be targeted, including Black Americans.
End of the day gotta end. Now, that's true too. But at the end of the day, Black Americans are not immigrants. I don't know why y'all trying to fearmonger us. What y'all want us to do? Get out in the street, picket, riot, because temporary protection status is ending? What are we supposed to do?
Man, what's going on TikTok? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a wonderful day. But check this out. Man, I noticed something with this deportation thing. I just couldn't figure it out. I said it in my video, but I just never thought about it. These people keep saying we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported, we're going to get deported. They projecting because we the only people that didn't immigrate here. We didn't migrate here. We're not refugees to come over here. We not in the immigration system. We didn't have to pledge allegiance and denounce another country just to live here. We didn't do none of that. We not anchor babies. Our parents didn't come over here, didn't had us here. None of that. But they have. They have. And they hate that. They jealous of that. They jealous of that. Because number one, they thought they were going to be our replacement. They were working on it. I ain't going to lie. They were working real hard to be our replacement. Then number two, they came over here to colonize us. But when they found out that Trump made it a way where we are emancipated people. We are children of slaves. We can't be deported. They hate that, and that bothers them. That jealousy and envy bothers them because they already come over here with jealousy. They already come over here with envy. But now they see we can't go nowhere. Now they want us to be scared with them. They want us to be scared of if we see an unmarked car drive past our house. They want our heart to be beating fast. You know what I mean? When we go to restaurants and we see ICE come take somebody, they want us to be scared with them. And we just out here popping fans, you know what I'm saying? Where them fans at? We just popping fans, having fun, enjoying life, talking, trying to get our money right, trying to see what's going to happen in the future. We ain't even thinking about ICE. We're not even thinking about being deported like they is. They want us to be scared like them. They want us to be worried like them. You get what I'm saying? That, and I'm like, damn, bro, like they really are jealous of us. Not just the Africans and Caribbeans, the Mexicans are jealous of us. Because they mad because they not part of the 14th Amendment. They not. There's a lot of white people not part of the 14th Amendment either. They jealous of that, bro. We can trace our family to the 1700s. Some people can go far back than that. And they don't like it. And they jealous of it. And they hate it. I know it burns them up. Like all the contempt, all the anti-blackness they say about us, the rhetoric, the stereotypes, all that stuff they spew. And that one thing they can't get is the citizenship like we have. We emancipated people, and they hate that. Oh, they hate that. That burns them up. That's why they doing these scare tactics on us. That's why they doing all these things, because they want us to be fearful, just like them.
I want to step in because I see a lot of black people saying, well, they can't deport black people because we here.
This is a growing argument online that has Black Americans asking a very simple question. How can you talk about deportation when you're talking to people who are already citizens, American citizens? And this is where the conversation between some immigrant communities and Black Americans has become extremely heated. You hear arguments about passports, deportation, citizenship, and even question where someone is supposed to call home. But once you understand the history and the law behind American citizenship, the argument becomes much more complicated.
Honey, I know you don't think they're building all of these detention centers for immigrants. I know you can't think that. See, what happens is that, let's just say worst case scenario, they change the definition of citizenship to exclude your black ass. Now you are here illegally. And so the practice that they've been doing, running up on all these folks, they will now do to you. And they will put your ass in that jail to continue the tradition of slave labor that is already in the Constitution. They don't even have to change nothing for that. Yeah. And some people think that what I'm saying is some like real fantastical, impossible concept. It's not. The Supreme Court ruled in the Dred Scott case and basically said black people do not have rights. We are not citizens. So if anything goes left, we don't get to fight it the way that the other folks do. If you are a free black man and you get kidnapped and taken down south, you don't get due process. You don't get to fight it. Like, you don't get none of that. You better hope that somebody come and help you and save you, but it's not written down in the Constitution that you have rights. Even though you were a free black man, you were still not a citizen. Because ultimately, they would define this often by your ability to vote at a certain point in time, your ability to own land at a certain point in time. So I know some people think that we've made it so far that these things cannot be reversed, and I just don't ever believe that. The fact of the matter is the 14th Amendment was only put in that Constitution in response to the Dred Scott case and after black people had fought in the Civil War. But you got enough black folks now who are willing to weaponize their blackness to go along with white supremacy that they would help them come up with a definition that included them. This is why I keep saying we are at a crucial, This is why I keep saying we are at a crucial crossroads for what Black identity is in this nation. And folks are going to be forced to choose. Am I Black or am I American?
And apparently there's some confusion about birthright citizenship. So much confusion that President Trump has had to chime in. And so I just want to be honest. Birthright citizenship exists because of me. African Americans, descendants of former slaves. That's what it was for. It guaranteed African Americans citizenship in a country that had never acknowledged them as citizens or even more than 3/5 of a person. That's what it was for. It was not designed for an immigrant to hop over the fence and have a baby and hey, that baby gets American citizenship. Wrong. It wasn't designed for rich immigrants to come over here and buy their citizenship by having babies.
Some of the rhetorics coming from debate centers around provocative question. Do you even have a passport? Some immigrants point to Haitian passports or the possibility of returning to Haiti and say, essentially, we know where we are going if we are deported. The argument, however, lands very differently with Black Americans because a Black American who was born in the United States isn't simply an immigrant who happened to stay in America for a long time. They are US citizens, and that is why the response has been so intense, and the question becomes, where exactly would you deport a US-born citizen to? That distinction between immigration status and citizenship is at the heart of this entire controversy. The historical part of this discussion is especially important. After the Civil War, the 14th Amendment established the Citizenship Clause, declaring the people born or naturalized in the United States and subject to its jurisdiction as citizens of the United States. The amendment was enormously significant for formerly enslaved Black Americans because citizenship had previously been denied to them under the legal system of slavery. So when people talk about Black Americans having citizenship by birth, they are talking about a constitutional foundation that goes all the way back to Reconstruction. And that is why some Black Americans are pushing back so aggressively against the idea that they should be treated like an immigrant population. This argument is straightforward. We did not immigrate here, we were born here. That's not a statement about whether immigrants are good or bad. It is a statement about legal status. After the Civil War, the 14th Amendment established the Citizenship Clause, declaring that people born or naturalized in the United States and subject to its jurisdiction are citizens of the United States. The amendment was enormously significant for formerly enslaved Black Americans because citizenship had previously been denied to them under the legal system of slavery. So when people talk about Black Americans having citizenship by birth, they are talking about a constitutional foundation that goes all the way back to Reconstruction. And that is why some Black Americans are pushing back so aggressively against the idea that they should be treated like an immigration population. Their argument is straightforward. We did not immigrate here. We were born here, and that's not a statement about whether immigrants are good or bad. It is a statement about legal status. And then there is another part of the debate that has created even more confusion: the fight over birthright citizenship. President Trump issued an executive order in January 2025 seeking to restrict birthright citizenship in certain circumstances involving children born to parents who were unlawfully or temporarily present in the United States. But this issue went to Supreme Court, and on June 30th, 2026, the Supreme Court ruled, and in August 6, the Supreme Court ruled in Trump's and versus Citizenship Clause. So this is not simply a question of one group being favored over another. The legal question is much broader. What does the Constitution mean when it says someone born in the United States is a citizen? And that distinction matters. But here is where the emotional argument comes back. Some immigrants have reportedly pushed back by saying, "You think immigration enforcement is going to distinguish between you and us? We all look black." And that argument is based on a fear that immigration enforcement could create confusion between Black American citizens and Black immigrants. And that fear is precisely why some people are so angry about this entire conversation. But there is an important line that cannot be blurred. Race is not citizenship. A person's appearance does not determine whether they are a US citizen. A Haitian immigrant, a Nigerian immigrant, or a Jamaican immigrant, and a Black American may all be black, but their immigration and citizenship circumstances can be completely different. That is why reducing this debate to skin color misses the legal issue. And ultimately, that's what makes this controversy so explosive. Immigrants can have legitimate concerns about deportation, immigration, enforcement, and what happens to their families. Black Americans can also legitimately reject the idea that they are immigrants simply because they are black. Those are two different realities. So when someone asks Black Americans, "Where is your passport? Where is your home?" the response is obvious from the perspective of citizenship. America is home. The real debate isn't whether Black Americans should be searching for another country to belong to. The real debate is about immigration policy, citizenship, enforcement, and the increasingly complicated relationship between immigrant communities and Black Americans. And if this conversation continues, expect the arguments over citizenship, deportation, and who truly belongs in America to become even broader. Share your thoughts in the comment section and kindly remember to keep it respectful. If you want breakdowns like this, hit the subscribe button and join our family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.